guys, this is Julie. This is a Bloodhound tutorial, and if you're a coder, you can use these concepts to code your own C# indicator for NinjaTrader platform. So what we can do is we can measure when the range is expanding. So if the volatility is expanding, you're going to get a one period slope that is rising above the 14 period, or at least the 14.2. Okay. So what you can do in Bloodhound, I'm going to create an empty template here and add a slope solver. And plop the PT2 indicator in it. So go to the Jats folder, use the PT2. You don't have to change anything. It will give you the slope for the, oh, we did need to go change the one period, sorry. That's the 14 period. Change your period to 1. Okay. Okay. We're going to name our indicator something. We'll call it Jats slope 1 to 14. Okay. So you can see here that when the slope is going up, the range is expanding, and when the slope is going down, the range is contracting. And that can be used several different ways. So I'm going to copy this and we're going to just use long slope. Oop. Alright, so we're going to, instead of evaluate both, we're going to evaluate long only. Okay, so only when the slope is going higher do we have that condition. So that tells you that your range is going to expand, and the trick is to go in the bar direction, right? So you don't want to lose that signal if the bar is going down. So we have the function nodes, and we can put a long short modifier on it right here. And this long slope, we're going to give it an absolute function, and that will give us both the ability to take long or short signals on the condition. So when the slope is going long, we should get the condition. And let me change this to the absolute. Put it on difference. Absolute. Okay. So that's good. So now I can get and put a long short modifier on this also. One more. And this gives us the ability to take a signal both long or short. And we'll go with the trend. So we want to put a trend um, mechanism on it. So for that, you can compare price. SMA 14, or whatever you want to use. You can use VWAP, or a moving average. Let's just use the Donchian mean. Well, let's use a super trend. I think everybody can get that. That's on NinjaTrader. So you can get on the ecosystem. Okay. And we'll put a bar node, bar direction. Okay, and so we'll call this, oops, all right. One up, super trend. So that's when that one is going up. The one goes up or down. But that just gives you, it's not flat. So you see this next white bar did not get a signal because the volume was going down. Or the volatility, sorry. This is volatility range. The range was contracting. So you can go long on range contraction, but you want little tiny bars. You don't want to go far at all. You want to go minimum distance from the low to the high, and sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes by the time you have slippage and fees and everything per trade, you won't be able to scratch out hardly anything in that tiny range. So if you like, waiting until there's an opportunity to get behind a move, then you might want to consider, having the filter or the ability to, spot the condition. And this helps you set up accurately enough to position yourself during the condition. So when you see that long vol condition happen and you want to participate, this could help you get set up for that. And then using, of course, the PT levels, this got ridiculously long, even, was getting outside the 60-minute range also, 60-30-minute ranges. But then it balanced and went right back to, a stable condition, just like flicking a switch. Stayed inside. And then flipped up. So trading with range expansion has a unique benefit, and especially when you can measure the threshold range with actual points. So the levels on the right side of the oscillator down here tell you how many points that range is likely to be per bar. And we have put on the market analyzer an hourly range for what the distance could be within each hourly range as well. So not just a per bar range, but a per hour range. And so we can match that together. And so have an idea of what the profits to try to reach during a volatility condition. So if you're in a higher volatility condition, like we were in, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 VIX, then you could expand that range out even further. Those opportunities don't come around that often, as you know. VIX is compressed most of the time. So know the condition that you're in when you're in that low compression VIX. Sometimes you just only want to be able to sell premium, because no other strategy would be able to pay you as much. But when that range starts expanding, um, that is a perfect time to first, trade it with futures directionally, but also at the top of the range, like we hit tops, a good place to sell premium, especially if you're expecting the volatility to start decelerating from that point. And it looks like it will be decelerating further. So we were in extremely high volatility and we decelerated, which sent the market higher fast. But it'll catch up soon. But definitely the Santa rally's back on. So I hope this helps. If you want the opposite signal, just copy this, right? Hit copy. Hang on a second. There we go. And we'll call it one down super trend. Make a short slope solver. Change this to short. That way it'll analyze shorts only. So this is the short slope. And I don't like going short on short slope at all. So what I like to do is filter that out. And I can do that with the modifier. By not allowing shorts. Right there, false. Just like that. I didn't even need a separate one. So for this, I'm only going to allow long trades when I get into a short vol situation. So each time it went back inside the distribution, buy low, sell high, you want to be buying when it goes back inside in an uptrend. So This method, compared with the super trend, can get you some nice trade setups. So let me name these. So this is contraction, super trend, and sorry, we'll rename the other one expansion. So this just gives you an idea of how to trade volatility, slope, and periods with your other standard, trend filters. You could put anything if you wanted to put, 14 period median or a Donchian midband or whatever you want to do, a 200 EMA, 50 EMA, whatever you like. But I like the super trend and bar direction. So this is a strategy that you would also, let me do a combo, a long combo. So let me copy this, and instead of just short or longs, we're going to do combo super trend. So it doesn't matter if it's expanding or contracting. We want the long slope to be both. Change this to both. And you don't really even need it. Um, take that off. Yeah, this is just basic super trend. Yeah, I'm just taking it off. If you want to get both. I was going to do one more filter, but I'm going to skip that. Alright, so here is just your basic super trend. If you just like to trade that, I like the distinction to know if it's going long or short, expansion or contraction, because then you can, reach for wider profits, and you have to go wider stops as well, depending upon the dynamic volatility level, and it will set it automatically for you. And then you can use a multiplier like, 1.5 or 2 times the vol. Um, so we can talk about all of that for your strategy, but as well as taking trades at the specific support resistance location, which is the way we like to do it. So when it, trades down to a certain level, um, in an uptrend. That's, buy low, sell high. You want to engage low in an uptrend. So we can give you plenty of levels to look at. Um, Here was, I can point out a ton of examples, but once you get it on your chart, you'll see them all. And just, be aware that when you are in an uptrend, you really do want this to pull back into the distribution to go long versus trying to get long when it's going up and out. It's harder to get, you know, engaged in that because often it will, revert back inside the distribution and you're pulling back in these large ranges. You can get stopped out going long just as easily as you can in a range because it will whip around on you. These bars are sometimes really huge compared to what we're used to trading. So just having a framework in mind. What does it do when it hits 20, 10, 20, and 30 on ES? So when it's trading between 20 and 30, you know that it's moving. Usually 20 will send it back down, but not all the time. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.